two real quick ones about your career and your contemporaries before I let you go. I graduated in 2002 from high school, so obviously I've been immersed in the literature of Ritz, Webb, and Hall. And the question that I always get, and people always want to know, who had the better career? But the more interesting question is not who had the better career, but whose career would you have wanted to have out of the three? So I'm gonna take you out of it, but I want you to give me your thoughts on Alan's career or Ryan's career. Not which one was better, but which one do you think just was more fun?
Well, it's funny because Alan and Ryan and myself have become good friends. So now over the course of many years of being, attached at the hip and Alan, I trained with Alan for a little while too, and we all had our like hardships and, bright moments, but they both burned really hot when they were going. I mean, and both of them were very similar. Like they could really they could do something special when they really were on fire. Like Ryan at the marathon trials. I mean, he was just out of this world, impressive. And then same thing with with Alan. Like I was there when he broke the American record in the mile. I mean, it was just him and like three guys, and like by the end, I don't even know if those guys finished hardly. Like in the middle of the woods with like 100 people watching, and so you know what, I think I'd take either one of those guys' careers too. They were pretty impressive.
Fair enough. Okay. You also crossed paths with a bunch of legends, Kipchoge and Bekele. Do you have a favorite Kipchoge or Bekele story?
Man, yeah, I raced them a lot, I guess. Um, I don't know. I mean, like most of the time when I race those guys, they beat the crap out of me. So I only really saw their best. I think I beat Kipchoge in a cross country race maybe once, and Bekele maybe when he was injured or something like that. But those guys, I mean, talk about probably the two of the top five best distance runners of all time. And yeah, I don't know. And Kipchoge's always reminded me, like of a very humble warrior, like that, someone who very focused, very calm, great competitor, but also someone who always kept them, kept a very level head on himself. And I think Bekele, he grew to be much more humble over the years. But like my first Olympics, I dropped out with a broken foot, and I dropped out at like 8K, and I watched the last mile of that 10K in Athens, and watched Bekele run like 53 his last lap. And I just, from the track, so I was standing on the side of the track, and I was like, my God, this guy is incredible. And it was the start of my professional career. And that's the kind of stuff that always inspired me to keep going, is how impressive those other competitors were. And you have to have that to be able to push you to be your best, really.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Dathan, and congrats on your team's accomplishments, not just at the U.S. Olympic trials, but all throughout the world. And best of luck as you guys prepare for your meets this summer in Tokyo.
Cool. Thank you.